Hello class, happy Halloween. We are today coloring our special activities for Halloween and making monoprints out of them. Do you remember in the last class we printed on this clear paper laminate and we were doing leaves and then we made uh, paper wet slightly with a sponge and then we pressed and we got a print. Well, today we have something like that, but for Halloween. We've got nice choices of activities to choose from. There are different coloring pages that you can choose from. And activities, match and find, tic-tac-toe, unscramble words, color the picture. And I want to do color the picture monoprint with you. And you can practice how many words can you make as you are using the letters in Halloween. For example, halo, and can you think of more words? And dots and boxes, feeling fantastic. So we're gonna try to do a print out of that one and draw a spider. This is an interesting activity. It is a bilateral symmetry. And in our journals, we have examples of these. So as you can see, when we turn our journal to page 28, we get to see that we're learning about bilateral symmetry. So this side is symmetrical to this side. But when you're looking at radial symmetry, like in this flower, they're symmetrical across these radial axles of symmetry that look like a star. Okay, so this spider, same activity that we have here, is bilateral symmetry. So we're gonna practice trying to finish the spider same exact way. Same thing is happening over here with the butterfly. So we wanna finish the butterfly and practice the symmetry in our journals. Okay, so but today we're gonna finish it on these laminating sheets. So let's get started. First, let me remind you how we did the print. So I'm gonna choose my image to transfer. So why don't I do this really happy jack-o'-lantern image? And I'm just gonna use regular markers from our supply box, and you're gonna find your markers there, crayon markers, and your paper as well, ready to go. So let's get started. You're just gonna start drawing directly as if you were like coloring on the piece of paper, on the laminate, so that try to draw within the lines. And don't forget to outline the black parts, because even though you can see the black parts, they're not gonna appear on the print unless you color them back in. So you can use a black marker or purple marker, and you would basically trace the lines so that they actually appear on your transfer. I hope that you remember how fun those transfers were last time that we learned how to make them. So I'll show you here. And you know, it doesn't have to be perfect, but it's a good practice to trace the lines and the outlines. This one kind of look like dark green even though it says it's black, but it will do the job. And what I suggest is not to do it this way. I'll make this one purple in color, because you want to go with the lightest color first so that you don't make the really light markers like orange and yellow dirty, so the tip doesn't get dirty. Because when you go back here with the light color and you already have the black on, the tip is gonna get really dirty and it's not gonna be as bright and clear when you paint over that. So I suggest that first you paint with the orange or yellow, the lightest colors first, and then you go over and make your outlines. And inside of your bags, you will find these little containers. They have, like last time, a sponge. It shouldn't be too wet, just damp enough. Run it like that, that's plenty. Don't make it too wet or it's gonna run too much and it's not gonna come out good. And then place it down and rub over with your fist like this or your fingers like this, whatever works best. And let's see how it came out. It's there. And maybe we need a little more. So if you want to, you can damp it just a little more. Over and try to match it up with where you're going and try to transfer just a little more. Okay, so this is the transfer method and you're gonna color your activity. You're gonna finish coloring all of that and then you can even add any kind of decor to this paper. Don't forget to sign your paper and put your table number. For example, 13, table number in a circle and name. So make sure you put your name on your paper. You can put it on the back or on the front. And then try the next activity that you like. For example, let's try to match the draw the spider. So you're gonna look at the boxes and you're gonna try to trace and look what they're located on the box. See, this one is within the box about not too far. Okay, so you just kind of approximating how they appear. So this one is closer to this edge. So, and this one kind of come to this. All right, so that is your another activity you can do. Can you find the differences? And again, when you're done with the activity, use the same sponge that you have for your papers to wipe your activity sheet. Okay, so we're gonna put it back. And connect the dots, find the web. Let's try adding another print. I'll just do a nice cute little vampire here. And so here the vampire is finished. I'll take my sponge again. I'm gonna make my paper wet a little where I wanna put it. Now I'm gonna transfer my vampire down. Rub really firmly, don't stop rubbing. Maybe even use this box to press with the box down, the one that you have your sponge in, and push on it like so. Ooh, look at all that water from the paper. Nice. So this is a really surprise of a brain. I spilled some water from squeezing so much from the paper using the box. But it transferred pretty nicely. There's still some pigment left on this side, so all I have to do is this particular sponge has way too much water. If it has too much water, you need to squeeze it out because it will run. And so we're gonna wipe it clean. And when we turn our sheets back at the end of the class, you get to take your print together with you. You keep printing and making your picture, finish your pictures. And by the end of the class, you can take it with you and have your Halloween image. This one spilled. Don't spill water like I did because it will blur and your print will go away. But another good tip is you can actually go over your print and paint it again using the transfer and Finish it any way you like and make your image sparkle and look great. Personalize it. Even color it over if you like. So good luck with your beautiful Halloween image, and I'll see you in class. Now is your turn.